Yeah. So let's talk about Thomas.
Thomas. So you actually had a good instinct about him.
I did.
It seems that way so far.
I did. Yeah. Well, last time we were talking about just how I just had a weird feeling about this guy. Like he just seemed intense, maybe manipulative, just not good vibes, just bad vibes all around.
Yeah.
And my giveaway for him was just like his eyes. Like he has this like kind of piercing gaze where he wants you to believe everything he says. Yes, exactly. And then he smiles. He smiles through it. Like he could be telling you the gnarliest stuff. And
as he did in the confessions.
But he's doing it with a smile, and he has a charming smile. That's just that's just what it's the way he projects it. He kind of puts it on like it softens his face so much when he does it.
Yeah.
Where otherwise he looks like handsome Squidward. You're not gonna get that reference, but I'll put it on screen and you're gonna laugh about it. But when he smiles, it softens him up, and there's something about his tone of voice, something about his eyes that I just couldn't trust, from jump. And now, dime.
Do you know what his job title is? What he does?
I don't, but I can look it up, and I would just put a solid bet on marketing.
Marketing or sales.
Yeah.
So Thomas does not actually, seemingly, he does not confess anything in the confessions group date.
Yeah.
He, with a big smile on his face, says, oh, I've had plenty of red flags. And I'd be happy to tell you all about them. And, I've led people on, and I dated someone like a week before, or dated or slept with someone. I don't know. Or hooked up. I think he said I hooked up with someone at a week before the show.
I thought he said he went on a date, but it could have been that.
Or maybe it
probably definitely went there. It doesn't matter though.
Yeah. Whatever. However he said it.
Yeah.
He was with someone a week before coming on the show.
Yeah.
And he admitted that he didn't know who was going to be the Bachelorette. So in other words, I'm not necessarily here for you, or I wasn't. But then he says, oh, but now I'm so glad and I'm so happy because because of the chemistry we have, or the bond we've created, or whatever, like how I'm so into you now.
He's telling her what she feels. Let's not get it twisted. He does that
too. Yeah.
He's dictating how she should feel in that moment.
Also, but all of the I feel, even when it's just him talking about how he feels about her, it's so intense and it's so kind of seemingly baseless.
Yeah.
Like it must be strict. Like if it's real, it's strictly based on that unspoken magnetism between them, or just I really like you. And so when someone's told that they really like them by someone they might kind of like, at least they start to like them more because, oh, well, this person likes me. I guess maybe I like them too.
Yeah. It's some classic, I don't want to, it's very sociopathic, like the way he moves, the way he talks.
Didn't they call him a psychopath?
Yeah. Aaron.
Aaron called him a psychopath.
He says, is very sociopathic the way he does it. And it's like, oh, I think he's kind of a psycho.
Yeah.
And he's not off.
Seems
I do
like he might be.
I did get those vibes. I got the vibes of like, he knows why he's here. He's definitely here for a platform, which he says as much.
He said it.
Him saying that out loud is kind of where the issue is, because most people on this show are there for the platform.
If not all
of them. But if you could like throw the lasso of truth on these guys, or women and on The Bachelor, you could get at least an 85% of them that are there for the platform.
Yes.
At this point, yes.
And at the very least, they're all like how he said, I might fall in love, and that could be great. But if not, if it doesn't work out with me in the lead in the end, at least I get a platform out of it, or whatever else.
If not, be the Bachelor moving forward.
Or maybe even be the Bachelor.
He's not saying anything we don't know about these people.
Yes.
He's just saying it out loud.
He's saying it out loud, and that's where there's he shouldn't have said it out loud.
Which, it's funny because I was wondering, because obviously I don't like the guy, but I was just making an assessment of what I knew of, like what I saw on screen. But the edits for the previews clearly put him in a villain role before this episode even happened.
Mhm.
And sure enough, we got this edit now of him not being here for the right reasons, simply because he's kind of saying what they're all there for out loud.
He's admitting what
Mind
no
you,
one else will say out
I still
loud.
think he's not a good guy. I still think he is a deeply disturbed individual. And then I see now that he's a real estate broker, which lines up with the way he talks.
Real estate broker. Yeah, that's sales.
Because sales is like, he's telling you,
yeah.
Isn't this place beautiful?
Don't you love it here? Don't you feel at home already?
Don't you feel at home? You know what? What color drapes you got? You know, what color drapes you want?
Oh my God, yeah.
It's that kind of like way of speaking where it borders on gaslighting.
No shade to real estate brokers out there. It's just,
I'm sure some of you are good people. but yeah, no, I got the vibes early. And as far as the show is telling me, we weren't wrong in thinking this guy is off, and I do think I still think it's a time bomb. I still think he's a ticking time bomb. And I think that's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Mainly, I'm just wondering at what point does Katie see through him?
Yeah,
because so
I'm
far,
curious about that.
She even had him corner at some point saying like, yeah, but you're not answering my question though.
Yeah.
Because he was giving a lot of non-answers because he himself said.
This is later too when they're not even in the group. She followed up. She said, now that we're alone and we're not in that group setting, what red flags that you were happy to discuss are you referring? Like, can you elaborate now?
Yeah,
I am asking.
And he proceeds to just write a 500-word essay on not the point at all. And she's like, yeah, but that's not an answer though. Yeah. That's not an answer.
I think not for nothing, but I feel like you're dodging my question.
Yeah. And twice he's able to kind of, because he finishes that conversation with kind of like, putting on the smile, like, yeah, but what we feel is so like real. And, I just feel such a way about like, yeah, maybe I came here for this, but then I look at you and suddenly it's not, he just keeps weaving and weaving and weaving. He leaves and then he comes back, interrupts Erin to just BS her more, and she seemingly falls for it. She seemingly lets him get away with it.
It came off that way.
She seems,
and they even played the pretty little music.
Oh yeah, doing positive the full music manipulation, because something that Bachelor likes more than a villain is redemption. So he went from villain to redeemed.
But he didn't, because we thought that he was going to go and like actually answer her questions. And no, he just said more of the same crap. It's just that, you can't have love without fear. And, like what I feel for you is just, it's scary. And I don't want to say the L word, but,
something
like
close to it,
I'm falling for you. And, he just.
And then he goes and tells the guys that he told her that he's falling in love with her. But then the very next scene with the next group of guys, he says, no, I didn't quite say that. I said, I feel something very strong, and English is hard. People.
Oh, by the way,
English is hard.
He said a lot of things that didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But, he was all over the place.
Yeah. But
he's like, wow, I don't get frazzled. Why'd I get frazzled?
Again, just it's not him like, ooh, like, I was just such in the moment kind of thing. No, he just thought he could get away with it. He could smell that she wasn't quite, buying into his bullshit. And so he has to come back. And because here's the trick, he's trying to, the more exposure that he has with her, it works twofold. He has more time with her, and that exposure, that familiarity, that has an effect on people. But two, if it doesn't work out with her, he's had so much screen time by now. And I believe this week he had the most screen time out of any other guy, aside from Michael.
Okay.
Because he had a one-on-one date.
Right.
But the difference is a couple of minutes.
Wow.
And that's wild. And that's what the game is. And I just hope that by next week, Katie sees through this.
I hope so too.
Because, you know, we might have to have another survivor moment.
Yeah. Yeah.